When trying to buy crypto, we as South Africans are spoiled for choice with all the different crypto investment platforms that are available to us. And although it is a good thing to have different options, it can sometimes become a bit difficult to decide which platform is the best for you. Logically, we all would want to use the platform that offers us the best rate and therefore who has the lowest fees, right? But trying to compare all the different fees involved with buying, transferring and storing crypto across different crypto platforms is definitely not an easy task. Not only do different platforms use different business models, but their fee structures are also quite different and often complicated to understand. I mean, we are talking about deposit fees, spread fees, brokerage fees, maker fees, taker fees, currency exchange fees, miner fees, gas fees, withdrawal fees, etc. etc. You get the idea. And although most platforms will display their fee structure on their websites, not all of them are completely transparent, as you will often not find hidden fees like the spread, which is basically the difference between the spot rate of Bitcoin, which you will find on Google, and the price you will pay when buying crypto on a platform. This spread is therefore essentially the premium at which you buy crypto from each platform, and these spreads can often make a big difference in the amount of crypto that eventually will hit your pocket. Now, the only real way to test which platform is the cheapest is to literally deposit the same amount of rand into each, purchase a crypto coin, and then withdraw that coin to a crypto wallet. By doing it this way, it ensures that we capture all the possible fees along the way, including the hidden ones, and therefore this will give us the most accurate answer as to which platform will be the cheapest in the end. So I decided to take on the challenge by comparing the 5 most popular crypto investment platforms in South Africa with each other, which include easycrypto.com, VALR, Luno, AltCoinTrader and Revix. Now, seeing that each one of these platforms have many unique features, it adds a lot of different variables that are quite difficult to compare. So in order to try and keep things as simple and fair as possible across all 5 platforms, I had to set some rules on how exactly this comparison will work. Firstly, I will deposit a full 1,000 Rand into each platform by using the most cost-effective method available. I will then convert my 1,000 Rand to Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is the most popular crypto coin by both market share and trade volume, which will help to keep the spread low. And then I will transfer the Bitcoin purchased on each platform to a Bitcoin software wallet, each with its own unique address. This way, we can clearly see in the end which platform delivered the most amount of Bitcoin and subsequently which platform is the most cost effective. Along the way, I will also compare other variables such as different ways to deposit your South African rands, how the platform rate for purchasing Bitcoin compared to the Google spot rate, and how long it took the Bitcoin to eventually be transferred to my Bitcoin wallet. We will also look at different ways of purchasing Bitcoin on each platform, as well as which other crypto coins each platform provides. Now, as you can imagine, this was quite an expensive and time-consuming video to make, so I want to thank the sponsor for this video, easycrypto.com, for providing the funds to run the simulation. Alright, so let's get started. As I mentioned earlier, I deposited 1,000 Rand into each platform. Now, as you will see, each platform has different options available on how you can deposit your South African rands. AltCoinTrader has the OZO Instant EFT option and Luno has the Pay You Instant EFT option, with which your funds will be reflected in the platform almost instantly, but for both these services you will need to pay an extra 1.4% in fees. With VALR and AltCoinTrader you can also use your credit card, but again, this comes with an added fee. And the whole purpose of this video is to save on as many fees as possible, right? So in order to keep things fair and cheap, I will use the bank deposit option on VALR, Luno, AltCoinTrader and Revix, which basically entails making an EFT transfer and then waiting for the funds to reflect in your wallet on each platform. This usually takes between 2 to 3 business days, which is in line with my own experience. I made EFT transfers to all 4 of these platforms on Thursday, the 18th of August around 7 o'clock in the morning, and the funds were all reflected by the next day around 8 o'clock in the morning. With Revix, you can send a proof of payment which will help your funds to reflect earlier. So in this case, it reflected 2 hours after I made the deposit. Now, easycrypto.com is a little different to the rest in the sense that you cannot physically store your fiat or your crypto funds on the platform. When you want to buy something, you will fund the purchase straight from your bank and then withdraw the purchased coin straight to your wallet. The reasoning behind this business model is that your funds are always in your control, and therefore it eliminates the risk of you losing money due to the platform going under for some sort of reason. So for this reason, I will not make use of the bank deposit function from easycrypto.com, but rather the Stitch function, which is also completely free and allows you to make purchases instantly. Right, so after depositing 1,000 Rand into each platform, the amount received was also 1,000 Rand on all platforms except for AltCoinTrader, where they charge a 0.5% deposit fee, bringing the available cash balance on my AltCoinTrader ZAR wallet to 995 Rand. Alright, so the next step is to convert the 1,000 Rand into Bitcoin. And this is where things get a little bit tricky. If you've ever tracked the price of Bitcoin, then you would know that it is quite volatile and can move up and down within seconds. So the risk that I faced with running the simulation is that the Bitcoin to ZAR ratio would change from the time I purchased Bitcoin on the first platform to the time I purchased it on the last platform. This is unfortunately not something that I can do much about, so my best bet was to try and make these consecutive purchases as quickly as possible in order to minimize the chances of getting different rates. Another variable that plays an important role is the method of purchasing Bitcoin on each platform. With easycrypto.com and Revix, there's only one option where you simply buy the Bitcoin directly from the platform, but with VALR, Luno and AltCoinTrader, you also have the option to buy it from the exchanges, which may or may not work out cheaper than the instant buy option. Now, in order to try and keep things fair and consistent, I'm just going to make use of the simple buy instruction on all 5 platforms. These purchases will be executed immediately, which is important as I explained earlier, we don't want unnecessary delays due to the fluctuation of the Bitcoin to ZAR price. So on Monday, the 22nd of August, I made my first purchase with Revix at 27 minutes past 9 in the morning and my last purchase with easycrypto.com at 32 minutes past 9 in the morning. I checked the spot rate between Bitcoin and ZAR on Google each time before I made the purchase, calculated the average across all the 5 different platforms, and then I added a metric which shows the percentage change of each platform when compared to the average. As you can see, the average spot price on Google for Bitcoin across all 5 platforms was 363,885 Rand. And if we compare this number with what the spot rate was when buying Bitcoin from each platform, you can see that the only platform where the spot rate was really different was on Revix, where it was 0.02% cheaper to buy Bitcoin. This is not a significant number, but I still decided to include it in order to validate the accuracy of these tests. Alrighty, so after making the purchases on all 5 platforms, I was left with 0.00266,777 Bitcoin on easycrypto.com, 0.00270,178 Bitcoin on VALR, 0.00266,585 Bitcoin on Luno, 0.00267,407 Bitcoin on AltCoinTrader, and 0.00266,417 Bitcoin on Revix. If we then calculate the rate at which Bitcoin was purchased on each platform, it will be 374,844 Rand on easycrypto.com, 370,126 Rand on VALR, 375,114 Rand on Luno, 373,961 Rand on AltCoinTrader, and 375,351 Rand on Revix. And if we then compare the platform rate at which a Bitcoin was purchased with the spot rate at that specific time, which I found on Google, we can calculate the platform spread. So the spread from each platform upon purchasing the Bitcoin was 3.01% for easycrypto.com, 1.71% for VALR, 3.04% for Luno, 2.76% for AltCoinTrader, and 3.17% for Revix. But we are not finished yet. In order to compare all the different costs involved from when your rands leave your pocket to Bitcoin entering your wallet, we need to make a withdrawal from each investment platform into a Bitcoin software wallet. The one that I used for this video is called a Sparrow wallet, and what's nice about this wallet is you can assign different addresses to different transactions, therefore making it much easier and accurate to track each withdrawal. So as you can see, VALR, Luno, AltCoinTrader and Revix all charge withdrawal fees separately, but with EasyCrypto.com, the withdrawal fee is already included when purchasing the Bitcoin. So let's see how much Bitcoin each platform eventually produced. Just note that the Bitcoin in the Sparrow wallet is displayed as Satoshis, with 1 Bitcoin equaling 100 million Satoshis. So for example, with EasyCrypto.com, you are left with 0.002667777 Bitcoin, and if we multiply this by 100 million, we will get 266,777 Satoshis that are reflected in the Sparrow wallet. With VALR, we are left with 267,978 Satoshis. With Luno, we have 265,699 Satoshis. With AltCoinTrader, we have 251,615 Satoshis. And with Revix, we have 216,417 Satoshis. If we then calculate the effective rate of purchasing Bitcoin with South African rands after taking all the different fees into consideration, then for EasyCrypto.com it remained at a rate of 374,844 Rand. For VALR it was 373,164 Rand. For Luno it was 376,365 Rand. For AltCoinTrader it was 397,432 Rand. And for Revix it was 462,070 Rand. And if we take it another step further and we now compare this effective rate with the spot rate we initially found on Google when purchasing the Bitcoin, we can now finally see how much the fees add up for each platform. So for EasyCrypto.com, the total fees on the purchase of 1,000 rands worth of Bitcoin was 3.01%. For VALR, it was 2.55%. For Luno, it was 3.42%. For AltCoinTrader, it was 9.21%. And for Revix, it was 27.01%. Alright, so based off of this simulation that I ran, you can see that it is much cheaper to buy Bitcoin from EasyCrypto.com, VALR and Luno than it is to buy it from AltCoinTrader and Revix. Revix charges a flat fee of 20 Rand on each purchase, and although this fee does get lower once you move up their rewards program, it still eats a substantial hole in the amount of Bitcoin you eventually receive, especially after taking their horrendous withdrawal fee into account. AltCoinTrader charges a small deposit fee for bank transfers, which is a bit unnecessary in my opinion, and they also charge quite high withdrawal fees. Now, although fees is one of the most important factors to take into consideration when deciding on where to buy your crypto in South Africa, there are other things that you also need to keep in mind. First up is the amount of alternative coins that are available on each platform. If you want to diversify your crypto portfolio and you want to explore some investments in altcoins, then EasyCrypto.com offers the largest variety of options with over 160 altcoins available, which is substantially more than the 57 from VALR, the 30 from AltCoinTrader, the 9 from Revix, and the 7 from Luno. Secondly, if you want to make an instant purchase when, say for example, the price of a crypto coin dropped and you want to capitalize on the opportunity, then you need a platform that allows you to make an instant transaction without charging you paralyzing fees. If you don't already have funds deposited in your ZAR wallet, then you will have to make use of the Ozo, PayU or credit card services from VALR, Luno and AltCoinTrader, which will charge you an extra 1.4 to 3.9% in fees. But with EasyCrypto.com, you can just use their Stitch payment method, which is both instant and for free, and it also works on weekends and public holidays, which eliminates the delay of waiting for bank deposit funds to reflect. And thirdly, once you have determined your crypto investment strategy, you want to streamline the process of making monthly purchases as simple and seamless as possible in order to benefit from the dollar cost averaging investment method. Now, although Revix do provide you with crypto bundles where you can invest in different coins all at once, kind of like buying a unit trust, they also charge a 2% annual balancing fee, which can potentially eat into your long-term crypto returns. With easycrypto.com, you can create auto-buy orders where you can set a template of what coins and in what ratios you want to purchase them, and then you can simply set up a schedule to have these coins automatically purchased and transfer directly to your different wallets within minutes. And what's even better, even though you don't physically store your crypto on the easycrypto.com platform, you are still able to track your entire crypto portfolio by entering your trade history or by importing a CSV file from your other crypto investment accounts. Now, I've used all 5 of these platforms before, and even though they do all provide unique benefits, if I have to take everything into consideration, then I would personally recommend easycrypto.com for buying your individual crypto coins. And if you use my link down in the description to sign up, you will receive a free 50 Rand voucher to help kickstart your crypto investment journey, and you will also help support my channel to continue to make in-depth videos like these in the future. And by the way, the comparison chart that you've seen throughout this video is also available to download for free down in the description if you want to compare each metric in your own time. So yeah, there you have it. If you guys found this video helpful by any means, then please consider smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, feel free to let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks for watching and have a lekker week. Cheers.